This video will show you how to enter a piecewise defined function in the TI nSpire calculator and to evaluate that function at 3 different x values. So I have a function here that's defined in 3 parts. I'm going to go to the nSpire calculator and I started a new document. So the calculator is telling me to press menu. So I'm going to press menu and it gives me this menu of options. I want to start a graph page, so I'm going to hit 2. So now I'm going to go to the key that I call the palette o math stuff. It's just to the right of the 9. So I hit that key and I get all of these different things I can do with math. The 2 that I'm interested in are right here. This one is for a 2-part piecewise defined function, and this one is for 3 or more. So I want 3, so I'm going to hit enter, and this dialog box comes up. It says piecewise function, number of function pieces. I could increase that to 4 or more, but I want 3, so I could click OK, or I'm going to just hit enter. So now I've pasted this 3-part palette or template into the function. So I'm going to go ahead and enter that function. It's x squared, and the easiest way to move around one of these templates is to hit the tab key. I hit the tab key and it moves me to the next logical box. So I'm going to put in x, and then I'm going to go control equals. Control equals brings up the inequality palette. So I'm going to use the less than, so when x is less than 0, the function is defined as x squared. I'm going to hit tab again and put in -1, tab x equals 0, tab again, and the linear part of this function is 3x plus 1, tab, and that's going to be when x is greater than 0. So I'm going to hit enter and take a look at what this looks like. So there's the definition. Over here to the left of the y-axis, I've got half a parabola. Over here to the right of the y-axis, I've got the linear function 3x plus 1. And you can't see it, but when x equals 0, I'm at y equals -1. So I'm going to hit menu, trace, graph trace, and when x equals 0, y equals -1. I'm now going to go back to the problem, and it says find a f at -2. So I'm going to go to the calculator, control plus page, and I'm going to choose a calculator page. So here I've got problem number 1, page 1 is the graph page we were just on, and now I've got in problem 1, page 2, which is a calculator page. So I'm going to go to the var key, which stands for variables, and all of the variables or functions that I've defined in problem 1 are going to be available when I hit that key in a menu. So I'm going to hit enter and put in -2, and now the calculator will evaluate the function when x equals -2, and I'm expecting -2 squared, which should be +4. So I have the answer there. I'm going to go back to the textbook and put in 4, check the answer, and it says nice work. So now it says f at 0. Well, I happen to remember, or I can just look here, when x equals 0, y equals -1, and we'll check that answer. Fantastic. And now the last part, f at 4. So I'm going to go back to the calculator. I'm in a calculator page. I hit the variables key, F1 at 4, enter. And the function evaluates to 13. So I'm going to put in 13. Check the answer, and it says well done. So to review, we've entered a three-part piecewise function in the calculator. And we can see that in the graph page. So there's our three-part piecewise defined function. And then we went and evaluated that function at three different values. Going back, we could show you how f at 0 is indeed -1. And that concludes this video.